happening already. Who's going to lead the way?
Selamat siang teman-teman, kita nobar dulu yuk. Satu game PaperRex ternyata bermain Valorant dulu adik-adik. Selamat siang, kita akan melihat pertandingan telah PaperRex melawan Blitz Esport dari Singapura juga guys. Singapura versus Singapura ya. Kita lihat line up-nya di map pertama split di mana PaperRex menjadi attacker dengan dua duelis seperti biasa, Jason dengan Jet ya. Oke teman-teman, langsung saja yuk. Halo Bang, halo Wilson, Joshua, FF. Halo guys, ayo kita nonton dulu guys. Nobar bro. Ini Frosty jago guys. Frosty jago banget nih, Cok.
Alright, noise made here. What can Forsaken do on the entry? They're instantly going to be
dapat Jing, dapat trade, dapat darah Jing nih kayaknya.
50 extra HP.
Jing, lihat bos. Halo Bang, halo Amon, halo Akmal.
All that rhymes. And now it's going to be
Dafai.
the plant coming down from Benkai.
Aduh, Dafai.
Sometimes things are more amusing than I really think they are, Kremer.
Nice, gila. Puset.
We know that Mindfreak frags out on the Astra. No surprises here in round number 1.
Tiba-tiba si Aaron manas, Cok. 3 headshot aja. Gila si Aaron ya. Let's go PaperRex bos, 2-0 lagi yo, bisa yo. Blitz Esport ini serem juga tahu sebenarnya. Garpix-nya serem, sini serem biasanya. Sekarang kok banyak yang pakai Viper ya? Dimana tuh pakai Viper, Cok? Telatga Bang Gadit, selamat malam. Selamat siang.
Look at Benkai, they've already made their way up here towards heaven, and they're going to be able to win that one. Will Jarpix expect so many people to be playing in mid now? Frosty certainly didn't. They've been overwhelmed shortly. Jarpix now
dicek kiri.
move in. One clip of the frenzy is good for 2 frags on the duelists. Jarpix once again is going to be the hero that we call upon to try and make this work. A turn away from their own flash, but you've got to worry about Mindfreak from the site. Still,
nice banget Dafai.
Alive in mid. And Devi's got themselves yet another. First Love is isolated, but First Love gets something done with the classic. And it comes down to a 1 versus 1.
Oke, 1 lawan 1, Cok. Mana Bang Brando nggak tahu deh.
Spikes inside.
Brando mana guys? Kayaknya bentar lagi live deh. Bentar lagi paling musuhnya sebentar lagi live sih.
But Benkai. They put out the turret. Excellent management.
Nice Benkai. GG Benkai. Let's go 2-0 bos.
PaperRex are going to convert on their buy.
That wasn't much of a conversion, was it? To lose 4 players
That's
against
true. The anti-eco fell apart, but it was cheaper.
Yeah, that wasn't more.
2-0 tapi sekarang bonus round buat PaperRex ya. Terus kayak nggak akan beli, Cok. Atau malam Bang, Mobile Legend kayaknya gue belum upload, cuman kayaknya gue masih tentatif. Mobile Legend mungkin run simulator, terus malamnya mungkin ini guys. Malamnya kayaknya Far Cry 3 kalau jadi ya. Dukung siapa Bang? Dukung PaperRex lah. Aku pengen PaperRex banget, bos. Tadi gue sebenarnya pengen tidur guys, cuman nggak tahu kok Brando nggak live, terus Rijat kagak nge-DM, gue mau ML sebenarnya.
How important this position by rogues, especially in mid in general, can be on this map. So holding with the Phantom is
enak banget ya. Kalau pakai Viper tuh enak banget buat nahan satu sisi, Cok. Lemon pakai Bang, Lemon nggak ada kocak.
This is basically a full buy on both sides, with the exception of Spectre on Benkai.
Oke.
The only survivor of the previous.
Ini nahan parah sih guys, nahan parah guys.
Whoever wins this.
Siapa yang dukung PaperRex? Teman-teman, ada Tommy, ada Wilson, halo selamat siang.
The more lives that survive this, the better. A turn away from there. Look at that.
Nice Jing, sumpah.
Did get fully blinded, but Jing had all of their faculties and used them to dispatch a First Love with extreme prejudice. Now,
Bang, katanya ada bocil anjir dari Rian, mantap.
And that is going to confirm some presence in the ropes. We've seen pairs.
Dan simulatornya mabar Bang, iya. Tapi nanti nggak tahu hari ini, mungkin 2-3 episode baru mabar kali.
And it's often a split that everyone else would move over towards A main, and that seems to be what's going to be mirrored.
Kayak di ML Bang, jadi, cuma nanti abis ini guys. Aku dukung Esport Blade Bang, jangan anjir dukung PaperRex dong.
Now PaperRex, they go for an attack, only 20 seconds left. They're going to be in a lot of trouble here, and they're seen as they push as well.
All right. time, not on the side of PaperRex, and these 16 seconds remain, and 4 of those need to be used to plant. They're going to have to go straight through the tripwire here. Frosties has dealt with one, but Devi's going to be there for a refrag. What can Lexi do on point? If they can stop the plant, it would be absolutely huge. Through the glass for one, through the screen for another. Benkai has managed to get themselves a plant here. Can they do it all alone with the SMG again?
Waduh, buta dia guys. Nice try. Nice try. Sumpah nice try buat buta, cok. Ganti game bang, sabar guys. Kita nobar dulu. Ini map defender banget guys, susah ini. Buta dia, buta guys. Baru cantik kalau sama Teva. Ayo semangat, PaperRex, let's go. Susah emang ini map defender parah, cok. Map defender parah ini. Mereka defense-nya lah tuh, dua sentinel, dia 1 sentinel, tapi dia ada sini, ada Sky, ada si Race, duelisnya bisa jaga set juga, cok. Ini kayak apa nih Valorant adik-adik. Nobar, PaperRex dulu bos. Ora main nggak bang? Nggak ada Ora kocak. Ora di M1 nanti. Ini game ini Valorant guys, gamenya tuh tembak-tembakan kayak CS. Ini lagi turnamen PaperRex ya. Kalau kalian pengikut PaperRex, pasti kalian kurang lebih tahu deh.
Like Lexi. In fact, it's been an interesting rotation. Lexi playing on A. Two rounds in a row now. They started off playing on B, but now they've rotated over there.
Ada BTR Cut nggak bang? BTR Cut ada, cuman nggak lagi nggak main. Ini XUU kan ya? Iya XUU on. Udah ganti nama. Oke, kita lihat tuh.
That's first love. Want to try and swing off this. Here comes the bird. The turn away.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Freaks there with the covering fire. What? Oh, that's disgusting, Kremer. I need someone to wash out my mouth. And look at where Mindfreak is now. The Seeker will reveal them, so they're forced to just dash away as quickly as possible, avoiding the bird as well. They hear Jarpix drop, so they know exactly where to aim. And they're able to finish
off the kill as well.
Nice and tidy. Wrap it up in a bow.
Thrifty,
Are they going to flawless an eco here? Eco. Lexi's all alone. They need to do some damage here. Oh, my goodness. That's a looted rifle here. For the side of Jing, and Forsaken's coming up behind. It should be an easy shot to the back of the head, but Lexi's already taken out the first.
Wow, gila Aron, Aron panas banget. Kenapa sih Aron?
Like a ruined battlefield in Flanders.
Yeah, I mean Flanders fields do cry, but in this case, I mean.
Gila si Aron udah berapa hari ini panas banget, Cok. Aron nice banget sumpah si Aron. Aron tiba-tiba kayak improve parah guys dari turnamen sebelumnya ya. Jangan nge-wave lagi sekarang, Cok. Sekarang siapa sih Aron GG parah. Aron MRB makanya panas emang iya guys, ngaruh guys. Travis Scott main nggak bang? Nggak main lah kocak.
Unfortunately, they still need to either get this ult or kill in order to achieve it.
All right. Two-man skirmish right now from Jing and Forsaken.
Kita nggak pakai Sage guys, kita pakai ya. Wah mati Cok, mau Davai Cok, pakai siap. Oh saving mereka saving Cok. Waduh.
And now without those smokes and without the gravity wells,
tapi nggak mati ya.
Things have got more difficult. All right, let's see your turn.
4 lawan 3 ya bisa yuk. Nice, Davai, let's go!
Frosty's up next. Roll up. Get your deaths right here. Jing's gonna be the first one to step on up into the territory.
Gak jadi. Wah, Davai dapat nih. Ini Davai nih.
However, risks are taken. Frosty's catches out an unaware Davai, but now they're gonna be noted. Jing's gonna want to take this fight, and that.
Nice, Jason. Let's go, Jason. Tunjukkan guys 4-1 yuk map defender, bisa yuk defender. Defendernya di mana harusnya menang banyak sih guys ini guys. Mereka pakai Reyna, aku baru sadar deh. Si Jing pakai Reyna, Cok. Tens di mana? Tens di Sentinel adik-adik. Let's go. Pingnya anjir, pingnya 9-8 guys. Kecil amat pingnya. Negara dari mana aja bang? Ini dari banyak guys, banyak turnamen tuh banyak negara dari Thailand, Singapura, banyak Cok. Ini umurnya berapa, masih muda Cok. Hyping bukan dari sana, itu dari observernya itu yang hyping. Lu bayar PaperRex ya? Bukan, aku konten kreatornya PaperRex. Teteo. Wah thank you Bang Fendi, makasih Bang Fendi, semangat juga Bang Fendi live-nya setiap hari. Lo lagi kerja, Fen ya? Lo kerja dulu, Fen ya? Lagi kerja kan? Lo semangat, Fen, kerjanya, Fen. Malam kemarin kita Valorant, lo lagi ini ya, Mobile Legend. RRQ mana, Bang? RRQ kayaknya nggak ikut deh. Ini yang ikut cuma Boom doang, orang Indo. Apa tim Indo?
Are they gonna spot the
Dari
cross?
Indo itu ada si Mind Freak, ada
Seems
si
like they've
Aaron.
been nerfed for now. The
Kedua.
trigger discipline is good.
Ini main ayunan dia.
There's the wire. Everyone else is coming on in, so Lexi decides not to reveal themselves. Will they be able to grab Mind Freak? If they can, it would be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
It's easy. Easy for Lexi. A god of patience, Devi puts down their own pit
Mereka
here.
dapat set sih.
He's not going to cover the spike. In comes a showstopper.
Dapat
and
Davai.
down goes
Oke, Davai
the
mati tapi.
showstopper Frosties. Unfortunately, they entered the wrong area.
Harus dapat
But
satu
Devi
nih.
falling
Jing harus
down
dapat satu Jing,
evens up
Cok.
this Jinx, pops the Empress around the back. They want to try and siege through heaven. Can they win
Nice!
the first fight? You
Gila,
bet they
flicknya.
can. They get the recon onto Jarpix. And while it's a messy spray, it works out in the end. They see
Aduh.
Chrysania now. And Chrysania has found themselves a 1v1 up against Benkai. Are there nano swarms here to deal with? It doesn't matter because while you're running,
Gila, man.
Benkai swings in execution style once to the back of the head.
Bang Fendi ntar mau GTA SA juga tuh guys. Kalau mau nonton GTA SA remaster ala Bang Fendi guys, ya silahkan ya. Bis tim Indo satu grup. Oh ya, Bis tim Indo, Bis ada Bis sama Boom ya. Gila banget anjir, sumpah cok. PaperRex cok, panas banget anjir 51 nih map defender cok. Map defender ini.
Realizing they have to push.
Gila serem banget. Halo Your S, apa kabar? Bisa nih guys 2-0. Oke, thanks. Apa tuh?
Go for some control, try and flank Heaven. He does just that. 2 kills.
Apa tuh si
Sets up
Davai?
the killjoy for the clutch.
Onik kok nggak tahu deh Onik nggak ikut kenapa guys. Ini kayaknya fit. Ini nggak semua orang ikut kayaknya.
We've seen what Sheriffs can do in the hands of PaperRex. Can bleed mimic that. These two meeting so often.
Tuh gila nih, ini bahaya nih guys.
An exchange of Southeast Asian
Nice, Davai, Onik portrait bang.
And now Chrysania
Yeah.
is sitting a little bit isolated on the point. But they will just fade away from being grabbed themselves a frag on their other Astra. Do they know that Benkai's close? They seem to think so. That's a great bit of
Benkai, let's
distraction there
go.
from Jing. The second you turn around,
Gila mainnya
Benkai
rapi
gets
banget
into the
cok,
back of the
sumpah
head
cok.
again. And there's a nice juggle of the rifle to make sure it isn't easily recoverable for anyone who flanks Forsaken. Is doing the Lord's work, repopulating heaven, but Lexi says, no, I shall not go. I want to return flight, and return flight I shall find. Both of the duelists have fallen. Lexi's going to get an upgrade.
Wow, salam dari Lombok. Halo Kevin, ini Lexi serem banget, sumpah cok.
Lexi, they have been so consistent for Bleed, it feels like. In clutch scenarios, they hold their nerve well. Oh, the alarm bot. The jig is up. They know where Lexi is, and if they rotate around the other way, they're going to have to deal with the turret divide, take the cursory peek.
Let's go Davai. Mantap guys ya gila. Walaupun mereka serem juga tapi oke lah. Tetap mereka PaperRex lagi panas banget. Gila si Aaron panas banget cok. Jason malah bottom frag ya gila ya. Si jago ini guys PaperRex berarti cok. Bang ada di live chat ada bocil berando bang, nggak apa-apa adik-adik silahkan. Qualify ini bang ya, ini lagi grup stack. Tapi ini hadiahnya nggak gitu gede cok. Nah latihan 3 minggu ya yoi.
And they are just about to get their ping up again on Lexi.
Tapi orang Malay betul.
See if it's enough though. Was the Jet looks to go very aggressive. Forsaken. What can he do there?
Forsaken seems unperturbed by the danger they've already avoided. The paint shells and the boombot as well. And now it's down to trying to take out Chrysania on this side. They bring out their rifle, thinking it's going to be a touch better, and then they might have given that a better chance. Going to be traded out by Chrysania here, and Lexi endeavors to penetrate through this barrier. It feels like everyone on PaperRex is just falling on sight here.
Gila si Jing cok.
At the back, but unfortunately,
Jing parah banget tak. Ini Jing kurang nih. Jing serem banget. Gila men. Serem banget cok Jing cok. Katanya Brando live bang. Gak tahu nih harusnya live dia sore guys kayaknya. Ini bentar lagi kali. Karena ada Bang Lia PRX jadi OP bang yang bang bener makasih pingnya bagus banget gila pingnya 9 cok. Rasukan gua mana ada anjir. Rasukan lu cara ininya apa cara matinya. Gila guys, Jing 10-5, Jason 5-6. Jasonnya segitu guys. Kayaknya udah nyantai-nyantai aja. Oh juga kena cok.
Hello, there's a foray down mid.
Ya.
The first lovers found their first man.
Ada Fred.
Can there be anything more than this, Kremer? Zealous guarding of the rifles right now. They don't want those to fall into the hands of these.
Dia mau fokus 16 senjata nih guys.
However,
bang apa-apaan tur GH PaperRex dong bang. GH-nya di ini guys, GH-nya di Singapura. Yah, Jason mati cok. Ya kena 350 kah?
Chrysania's been doing excellent work, even when they've been booted off of Viper, that made them so distinctive in the early rounds of Route B.
50 kah cok?
The Sheriffs have actually made PaperRex sweat quite a bit, haven't they? For Benkai, That lockdown's going to be expended just to try and get within spitting distance of the site.
Okay.
Lexi's camera here.
Mau akan cabut.
So good.
Lexi's going to see everything. All they need to do is move out of the AoE of this. However, they've been unnerved. They see one person enter, they'll back out of the lockdown.
Bisa dia,
and now
nggak
they're
bisa.
ready for a retake. Seems like heaven. Oh, that's yet another ping. Lovely stuff from Lexi. Excellent work on the camera. We need to wait for this poison orb to drop.
Oke, planting lumayan planting guys. Bisakah 3 lawan 4 menang guys ya?
Well,
Eco round tapi
clearing
untuk
all of
si
these
ini
angles
guys.
meticulously.
Kita
You still have to
8
worry about
1.
Devi. In goes Frosties. So
Yeah.
quick on the draw. What an entry for Frosties. It doesn't matter. They only had a sheriff, but Benkai carves through everybody from backside. Line up.
Benkai
line up.
Daddy,
Everyone
bos.
gets a headshot.
Benkai nih bos. Gila men.
Harry Benkai
Gua
is
kira udah
good.
pasti menang,
A round
mereka,
that finally looked like it was going to go in the way of
Gila, men,
Bleak.
Benkai,
It's just been snatched from them. PaperRex running them amok right now, and for me, Lexi had an incredible
Lexi
round
anjir nih,
there.
PaperRex
Get
tuh
two
kuat
things
banget nih,
on
lagi
the
panas
info
banget nih.
gather. More
Benkai
importantly,
12-2 coba baru mati
be able
2
to
kali guys.
suss out if it's going to be a fake or not, and
Benkai.
then capitalize on that to go into an advantageous 4-on-2 is just what you need if you're bleed. Unfortunately,
panas, anjir,
even
ini.
then, they didn't anticipate Benkai to tear through them.
Benkai.
Ini map defender tuh Pak.
Again.
Kalau misalnya ini udah pasti kalah sih.
here. However, they are going to be sucked into so much of this utility. The gravity well, the paint shells, the poison orb, all, and now they're going to be forced out of this corner. They were afflicted with the vulnerable. A single shot would have done it. They're going to be pinged here by the neural theft that was, of course, gained
What the
by
fuck,
Lexi
mati.
venturing out,
Healer
killing
mereka,
the
healer.
lurker. What advantage they've garnered now. They believe that it is
Lagi di
going to
mana,
be a V
Bang?
here at this moment. And they'd be right in
Whoa!
touch. How does Forsaken win the 1 versus 2? That's mad.
He is crazy good.
That's Radiant number 1 right there. No other explanation for it. Trasani is all by themselves at the back of sight. Is there anything they can achieve here? That'll be
Aduh.
1. No
What?
2, unfortunately. The refrag's good.
3 lawan 2 guys.
Another pinch needs to happen.
Dapat darah penuh darahnya bos.
First love has already fallen and Flex is good, but I
Kelas
don't know
ini.
if they're 1v3
Selesai.
good against Devi,
Lexi dari
Jin,
AB,
and
man.
Forsaken.
Devi, just inviting
Lexi
Lexi
mau
to
exit
take
kill
the
doang,
peak.
Cok. Wow.
What a little clean up.
Gila men.
What was that round by Forsaken?
Like mulu hostnya, iya kenapa ya? Hostnya sering lag ya?
Forsaken's fragging right now and still takes for 1v2 and wins it.
Guys flick
It's
by
not a
Jai.
fragment
UKS tuh apa
kill,
sih,
it's
Cok?
not an aim because
Lag mulu.
what on
Iya, nge-lag nih
earth
hostnya.
was that?
Pemainnya
This
emang
is
nge-lag,
very
hostnya
like
nge-lag.
earlier, he had that
Wah, 13 gua rasa sih
Oh
Malaysia.
yeah.
ruined someone.
It feels like Forsaken
Eres kok
might not
goreng-goreng
be
bang, iya
putting
nggak tahu
up
nih goreng-goreng
the
aja.
numbers of frags, but every single one of them is incredibly high impact, like opening
Oh,
up
hostnya
an
dari
eco.
Inggris.
There's a
Oh.
Bucky coming out on Cressania here. It's ramshackle bias because we're towards the end of the half.
Apa nih si jago ini yang nggak tahu juga gue juga
They've
fan.
committed to that Bucky as
Ah,
well.
anjir ini
That's
mainnya bro, ini
tough.
main
It's
dia kan
been a
main
very
FPS
heavy
udah
commitment
bertahun-tahun
as
fan
well.
anjir dari
They get
zaman
the judge,
CS ini
and
mereka
now that
orang.
they're playing the range game, they're looking to get Tita over to B here, with Forsaken setting a bit of a fake.
Yeah, with Forsaken over here, hearing the judge, all they want to do is hold back and deliver presence. They trust in the rest of their team to be able to crack open B, especially against an eco.
Oke.
Things taking their peaks right now, trying to avoid these stars. Oh my, what was that? What was that, Frosties? You disgust me.
What?
But I love it so. And do you make a grab for the Vandal? Do you make the crossing? The boom bot, it confirms Benkai's presence. Now I'm going to force you to leave, and that's cover there to allow for your
Oh,
Skies to
no,
move on forward.
that's
Now
not good,
Jarpik's
boss.
got a Vandal in hand, and the Seekers have come out as well. All of them are heading over towards B. Yet another lockdown coming through here from Benkai. And Frosty's has to make a decision. Do I try? Yes, I do. I may lose my
Nice,
gun, but
nice.
I will gain
Aduh,
myself
kena
a
bom,
frag.
Jason.
And they get out of the lockdown as well. Decisions well made, but maybe going through the smoke was not quite as smart. Caught out by Devi easily here, playing in the corner.
Oke, satu lagi,
Jarpik's
2 lawan
with
2,
the
2 lawan
hero
2.
rifle. They were the one. They were the chosen one, Anakin. You were supposed to bring balance to the scoreboard, and it may well be the case that you've done so. 2 versus 1 here. Benkai has proven themselves in these multiple times, but this crossfire, it's brutal. That's one, and that's the judge.
Shotgun,
Who'd have thought
cok.
it takes judges and
Nice try, nice try,
sheriffs
nice try,
to
sumpah.
PaperRex. Not full buys, not ultimate commitments. It just takes
Gila,
a few
men.
broomsticks in this
Ini match
case,
berapa bang? Info, ini baru match pertama,
They
cok.
finally make it 2.
Benkai tapi nice banget Benkai.
9-3, sure, it's kind of cursed.
Gila,
but
Jason
PaperRex,
bottom
they've
frag
got
ini
history
dunia
not
sedang
being
tidak
able to
baik-baik
close
saja,
out
guys.
Games that look well and truly won. Forsaken, they're probably thankful he's died because now
Casternya fans Star Wars anjir emang iya.
Vault management, you
Seperti
have
apa
the
tuh?
divide over on Crasania, over on Jing, Empress, the Viper's Pit ready as well. And
Tapi Jason kill 8 paling banyak seperti killnya ini guys, Bleed.
Alright, Forsaken up. First time of the game. Coming out late here. They haven't been conditioned to expect this, Grammar. So will that
OP
affect
kah?
the positioning at all?
Tapi dapat kah
Bleed?
satu Jason? Pick 1 aja dapat nih, enak
The
nih.
Benkai lurk in the pit. They know that if they can open this up, everything changes. The entire dynamic of the map could be taken away if First Blood falls. Seems like the first operator shot is going to be a miss here from Forsaken. Does Jarpix want to repeat?
Oh di ulti coba masih
Surely
Benkai. Oh
not.
main ini ulti.
Instead, out goes Bruce. They don't know if Forsaken's still on the angle. Great movement there from Jing to take him out early. First Love isn't spotted as they try and take their path through the
Waduh,
pit.
dapat
But Jing has
cok.
so much to deal
Benkainya
with.
nggak ngeliat.
They need to take the contact
Nggak
with
menduga, anjir.
Frosties, who decides not to leave the smoke, the safety. And a defensive Cosmic Divide here is going to give plenty of
Low,
room for
sama-sama
Lexi
low.
to work with. The Viper's
Aduh.
Pit complicates
Lagi
matters.
reload nih.
Lexi pokes out of the wall.
Oke, santai-santai aman 4 lawan 3 tapi kita udah
On this
nge-spam.
site, everyone else is up in
Jason
heaven.
pakai OP
They
ya?
are the one who needs to be noted. They are the one who needs to be
Jason.
found. Forsaken.
Jason!
With the shorty, the jumping
What?
aerial shorty. The PaperRex Air Force goes big today, and Lexi here
Waduh.
manages to score a headshot. Operator on the ground. Shorty no longer anything to do. Mind Freak in a 1 versus 1. Surely
Aduh,
Lexi can
nice
make
try,
it
nice
work.
try,
You
sumpah
bet
nice try
that
banget.
They can. They never knew that they were on the site until they'd already gained themselves a frag.
Gila, tapi
And
selalu
boys,
mati 4 mulus,
they are gonna
cok.
claim 9-3, which is not ideal, but better than 10-2.
I can't help but think that the
GG banget sih gila
hit
ini guys.
from Divider
Ini map defender kok aman map defender. 12 berapa? Ini harusnya defender udah sih owning sih harusnya mereka.
All of them have godlike aim. In putting the pit down, you then have to really
Si Jason
expose
kalau
yourself
nge-pick
if you
kiri
want
aja
to
tuh guys, udah menang tuh guys.
fighting one of the attackers as they prepare to approach your site, and it's the same problem. The one we highlighted just a few
Yo,
rounds
comeback,
earlier.
comeback, iya,
When you
comeback,
plant
let's go,
on A,
comeback.
you are in
Comeback, maksudnya jangan comeback lah, menang, kocak.
And not being able to
Oke, ini udah ganti set. Ini map defender banget, cok. Yakin gue menang ini. Udah pasti menang, guys. Gak mungkin dong ini jadi map attacker tiba-tiba aja. Bang Serul kemana bang? Serul lagi di Grove Street.
But now Bleed are on the attack. It's their turn to worry about circumstances like that. So they stack up outside B and prepare to try and make it full.
Exactly right, Kramer. If you don't control Heaven, easy access to A main and screens mean you're surrounded on all sides.
Ini spotted.
A little bit of damage taken. An exchange of fire between the Vipers, I do believe. Look at Crasania here. Joined by First Love.
Aduh.
Spike stacked up. They've
Jing
taken
overpick
down
ya, bro.
Jing. That's great from Jarpix. I'm going to follow along with Frosties now. See what they can do in trying to open up Heaven. Avoids the gravity well. And it's fast movement, but it's into 2. They will be noted here by the turret. Dare the defenders burst themselves out. It's not the ideal movement from Frosty.
Nice.
PaperRex, they win both of those pistol battles in Heaven. And now that's been reclaimed space. Frosty just
Nice.
can't get anything done with the classic. The right click isn't
Map defender,
behaving.
bos. Ini bos.
You're going on the naughty step, mate. And while the
Jason
spike
dapat nih.
is
Jason
still in
dapat dua
hand
nih.
here for Crasania, the surround is beginning to come on through. That's an easy
Satu lagi,
pickup
bos.
for Forsaken. And then the 1 versus 2 here. What can Benkai and Mind Freak make work? Mind Freak's got a beautiful angle.
What?
It's easy as anything. PaperRex
Gila
takes
guys,
the
kejepit
pistol.
dia, kejepit.
Wonderful
Let's go,
round
musuh
from
dari mana?
PaperRex
Sama-sama dari
there.
Singapura timnya.
Really strong aim duels be taken from Benkai.
Jing Indo bang, Jing Singapura, Benkai Singapura, Davai Malaysia, Aaron sama Jason tuh dari Indonesia, si Siba dari Singapura juga. Lagi whiff si Jason dikit tapi ya udahlah, oke lah whiffnya juga nggak apa-apa cok.
I quite like the fact that they've gone for more of a serious one here. Last time they went for 2 pistols, it was a bit of a ego buy, if anything. In this case,
Aaron MF Indo, ya Aaron Mind Freak Indo.
Needs to be a bit more assertive with your anti-eco. For Bleed,
Gila, Jason di bawah bottom frag tuh kayak sesuatu yang aneh ya.
That was cancelled by Forsaken.
Kamu orang Indo bang ya? Iya, jelas.
So that's going to be another pain.
Tiba lagi di bench, lagi di apa? Bangku cadangan.
The aftershocks could be felt for millennia. A butterfly effect, Kremer.
Tablet bang,
Nothing
PaperRex
to
yang
sniff at.
Rex, kira full Indo. Bukan. Timnya emang tim Singapura, guys. Timnya tim Singapura. Kalau kalian tanya timnya tim Indonesia, bukan bang. Timnya Singapura base-nya. Tapi beberapa ada banyak orang Indo. Gua aja orang Indo kan yang join. Gue bukan pemain ya. Jing. Observer gimana sih observer, woi? Observernya gimana sih, kocak? Oh, Jason nge-whiff, cok.
However, Jing, they're keen to get themselves 4. They know Krasania is here. There have been reports.
Oh, 4 kill Jing, bro.
You nicked.
Observernya nggak pick Jing, coy.
Yeah, we know they're a mid, and from there,
Karena ngeliat orang lagi diem ya.
Units within their capacity, and just like that, it's a quick clean up. Some would say overkill, some would say.
Lu PaperRex ya Jawa bang jadi content creator.
We see for Bleed, this will be a full rifle investment, trying to beat the anti-PaperRex. I like how Devi is to the judge. Purely because it has that sort of stopping power at very close range.
For second dari mana bang? For second dari Indo kayak.
Sure it has, but a judge does it a little bit better. So nice pick up there, nice weapon.
Westernya lil kocul aja.
Unfortunately, the second they have to rotate, the second they have to go to a retake, using a judge is going to be pointless.
Jing's on his same bent again. Oh, that's a great crossfire right there.
Nice, gila men. 3-1 bro.
Down already, Kremer. Oh, they're totally unrecoverable. Not that it
3-1
matters that much.
guys.
This is already bleeds. Oh, they're just
13-3 nggak sih, bener nggak sih?
Sanguine fluids. It's red all over my screen, but not in the kill feed on the correct place, unfortunately, to extend this map.
Wow.
Assured here for PaperRex, unless bleed.
Oke, bakal menang jauh. Wah, Jason udah nge-flank, cok.
Can make something happen.
Oh, that wall is so smart. That wall is so smart to be risen by the Viper. Because now, forsaken, he was covered to go for this full push. He's got a perfect flank now. That is so smart.
Oh, they saw the AoE of the sky. They know that they're in sushi. Devi stands ready with the judge. Forsaken rolling in behind. Benkai falls down. If they get too excited, they will be punished here.
Nice. Jason telat
to
tapi.
be curbed. Contain your enthusiasm, sir. Devi is going to escort you out of the building if you don't calm down.
Bang, Shazam bisa nembak sambil terbang. Iya, mereka juga bisa guys kalau pakai jet.
Alright, that would be a pretty good game so far.
Jason mau nge-flank aja telat guys, sudah keburu mati.
With your arena. On a side note, the aggression from the two duelists.
Orang ngerti aku, cok, nonton aja guys, seru kan nontonin game ini guys.
I love how they're consistently moving. It's essentially like a hit squad to get a man advantage. But anyway, you're forsaken.
Oh, ditutup ya guys. Oh, wallnya begitu ya dari mid ya.
You commit a whole 30 seconds to your flank. You finally get there, you're about to strike. And device got on both.
Susah yang kemarin lawannya. Belum tentu. Ini harusnya ini susah guys. Kemarin terakhir dulu seperti kalahin mereka mau bleed.
No lurks on A this time. They've had enough of that. However, Devi caught out for their aggression here. Benkai's forced to cede away heaven.
Wow!
Judge just ringing out from Frosties, but a pinch is good. And now Benkai and Jing are going to be in trouble. What can Lexi achieve here? Both of these cyber cages have already been used, and now there's 3 people that need to be dealt with by Benkai. Full blind is given over, and while the spray is at least well placed, now Jing has to go big, and it may well be the case that they have. They've already got themselves 2. Krasania comes up next. Hey! Just going to catch that, are you? It ends up in a 1 versus 1. And First Love knows that they can't risk losing this. They have to bring up the pit. They hear Forsaken come on in. They're going to look for the feats because they heard these updrafts. Looking upwards all the time. They're going to poke out on this.
Whoa!
He's standing sentinel over the top. The auto turret locks on.
Oh, gila man, Jason man.
Bleeds, both fall.
What was that movement from Forsaken there?
Digocek coba biar dia takut.
Man, the helicopter jet. The Apache approach.
I saw that on Battlefield earlier. What was that? Hey, he gets the
13-3 sesuai prediksi gua ya nggak sih?
Out of the
Langsung jadi top 3 aja. Jadi paling bawah dia.
My God, that's the way to start your game and your series.
Oke, kita lihat guys, next game kedua ya. Oh, ngaco gokil banget tuh rotasinya ya. Dia bisa pas depan. Bang, Bintang nggak live ya guys ya? Kita kapan live ya? Live belum sih? Oh, Sandy lagi live nih, Mobile Legends. Ntar Mobile Legends kita bareng ya. Di sini kok Mobile Legends guys ya, bareng anak-anak guys ya, oke?
We can't manage work like this. That's why I use money.com.
Gua nyusul abis
RTX sales.
Tolong dong, gue cuma mau naik level doang biar bisa bikin grup. Hai. Orang gue pada try hard banget sih.
Ini pakai ini yang mana anjir? Pakai yang ini, Cok. Om Jaya.
Nice, Elena. Gue lagi push WR, ya lagi push WR juga dia. Serba salah juga.
Katanya selain anak buah gua nih.
Tuh katanya pakai double XP card tuh. Gue mau masuk ragu banget, belum 5 menit. Mau kemana, Cong? Serang itu kenapa diem, Selena? Ah, ancol.
GG Sandy. GG dulu guys, Sandy guys. GG. Gak guna.
Nggak apa-apa. Dia lagi itu kok lagi WR. Jadi yang nggak apa-apa sih kalau tryhard juga. Nah, penting apa teman-teman, tidak boleh toksik ya. Ih, kotok mati loh Selenanya loh. Keculik nggak tuh? Ih, Bang Rio kasar. Lagi push WR dia. Ya gimana ya guys, push WR ya nggak masalah juga sih.
Ini kapan mainnya ya?
Mungkin dia mau.
Maksudnya Sandy, gua nggak bisa mabar dong meeting sama dia guys.
Astaga, kalah gua.
Kita nggak bisa mabar dong meeting sama
Bang
dia
Rio
guys.
toxic, aku nggak suka sama Bang Rio kayak begitu.
Guys, kita jadi nggak bisa mabar dong, Cok. Ya. Ya nggak sih?
Kita bantu Benedetta-nya dulu ya. Oh, lo.
Jadi kalau pakai Los dia hebat guys, jago gitu. Warren
Aduh.
Anjas. Kasih tahu bosku yang pedes. Selenanya ngapain dah?
Ai.
Selenanya masuk mati tuh. Di situ.
Punyaku.
Masih mati situ. Kalau berlima bisa mabar sama Tyrant emang iya.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. Yang penting apa? Yang penting teman kompak, teman-teman. Yang penting tim kita kompak. Aku butuh Rijat nggak nongol. Sakit banget lo Nathannya. Nathannya sakit banget. Ini kamu mau pamer skill apa gimana, Nathan? Kok kamu sakit sekali?
Gak bisa ya, nggak bisa kan? Lu ranked atau apa, Sen? Dan kalau dia main klasik, kita ini guys, kita teori ini guys. Ya, Sandy ngapain? Kalau dia klasik,
anjir.
ada Sandy di Esport anjir. Dia mau ngajak mabar, tapi nggak ada, Cok.
Dia surrender kah? Gue lagi naikin level doang, Bang, yuk. Wah, jiji. Nice, 57. Enggak bronze. Thank you tadi yang siapa yang mau cenabak nih, thank you ya.
Kalian belajar hero. Kita saling belajar hero kali ya, pakai SSS.
Satu game lagi lah.
Dia main klasik bener, Cok. Yang mainnya sama meeting semua.
Oh, yaudah tunggu Bang Rio guys, tunggu Bang Rio ya. Ayo yuk. Discord yuk.
Gua lagi nobar.
DC.
Apa sih? Gua lagi nobar.
Aja ayo, bacot yuk cepet yuk. Gua tungguin nih. Gua lagi nobar. Lagi nobar kata dia, teman-teman. Ya udahlah. Dia lagi nobar. Ya udah kita mulai lagi, teman-teman. Ini gua ngasal ya. Gua ngasal. Seret, dapat crot. Bentar, gua ngasal. Crot.
Bukan itu.
Crot. Nah, begini kan enak nih. Ada yang jadi badak, ada yang
maaf guys.
Nice, Haris. Kamu sama kayak aku, Haris. Mantap.
Apa, anjir?
Ini yang gue suka.
Itu apa, Cok?
Begini, bre. Itu seperti itu.
Itu rank.
Nanti abis ini aku fallback ya, teman-teman ya.
Kaki.
Auto pick. Yoi.
Itu rank atau keset kaki?
Tugasku. Sekarang saatnya kita ganti, teman-teman. Apa? Execute. Kalian belum pernah lihat kan? Highlights execute belum pernah lihat kan? Itu rank atau keset kaki? Ih, bacot yuk. Yuk, diem yuk. Diem ya. Rank kok domba.
Geset
Oke,
kaki.
Slice, lu mulai besok kita ngajak lagi buat main bareng ya. Bahkan lu nggak akan go fallback ML gua ya.
Itu akun.
Gua bersihin geset kaki di rumah gua. Bacot ya, diam yuk. Aduh, kita akan mencoba teman-teman. Kita akan mencoba.
Kosong amat skin nggak punya.
Kita akan mencoba battle spell kita ganti execute ya. Fallback chain ini nanti teman-teman yang minta fallback yang di Mobile Legends nanti aku fallbackin ya. Skinnya kosongan kayak kaos bawa oblong. Iya. Coba pakai lapu-lapu. Aku belum beli lapu-lapu. Gue sebenarnya tahu nggak teman-teman? Gue waktu itu belajar lapu-lapu udah cukup oke sebenarnya offline grinding.
Kosong amat tuh skin guys. Tadi amat kita kasih skin apa?
Lapu-lapu ya panas.
Kita kasih skin apa guys? Kita kasih skin apa guys? Kita kasih skin ya, kita kasih skin guys ya.
Highlos mana yang menggunakan execute teman-teman? Highlos mana yang menggunakan execute? Biasanya orang yang ngejokes nggak lucu itu kebanyakan ngomong doang bang.
Halo?
Ngomcok.
Winda top up?
Ya,
Oke, Winda top up bisa top upin diamondku nggak? Aku mau ngasih skin buat Kak Sandy. Iya. Jangan banyak-banyak, dikit aja. 2.500.000.
Bolongan lagi kan?
Oke, kasih.
Ngatiin aja nih. Smash them. Minion telah muncul. Kapan follow? Nunggu Bang Rio sama Bang Fendi mungkin nanti kalau mau main. Aku mah follow mah ngikut aja guys. Mau malam hayu gitu. Yoi, CBH. Cuman bisa high loss. Belum apa-apa loh, udah diituin nama Pasya loh. Pasya bukan sih itu? Ya udah tahu. Tanya saya.
Sandy mana Sandy? Langsung datang kan diamond gue? Langsung dapet kan diamond gue? Gak percaya lah, langsung dapet.
Anjir.
Mana guys?
Ada Roger lagi. Ada bandnya lawan Roger cok. Perhatikan.
Mana guys? Ini guys, high loss. Ya beliin yang spesial epic dong, nggak ada skin epic. Nggak ada skin epic buat Sandy.
Biar nggak diganggu.
Ya nggak ada cok.
Thank you again. Bang main Poppy Playtime. Oh ya, Poppy Playtime nanti aku bakal mainin teman-teman. Sabar ya.
Nggak ada buat Sandy guys.
Sakitnya.
Nggak ada high loss, cuman spesial ya. Spesial biasa sekali skin spesial ya.
Emang ya kalau nggak ada shot caller tuh begitu.
Skin robot nggak ada skin robot ya?
Jat, ayo Jat. Discord Jat. Lalu, aku Discord dulu guys. Aku buka Discord dulu.
Ini Sandy nggak follow gue ya, jangan bilang.
Mana Discord?
Anjing Sandy nggak follow gue, cok, parah banget, cok.
Kalian tidak bisa mengalahkan.
Sandy nggak follow gue, cok. Oh itu Om Jaya ya,
oh itu bukan level doang ini buat ke 20 biar bisa bikin grup, ternyata harus level 20 ya.
Padahal gue udah top up loh.
Tapi kok ada patah-patah ya?
Halo?
Oh HP gue panas.
Oh ya Om Winta top up ya, boleh dibalikin nggak diamond yang nggak jadi gift? Iya nggak jadi gift. Balikin aja boleh nggak? Aduh, nggak bisa nggak gift aku soalnya. Balikin ya 2000-an tadi. Ya. Balikin ya Bang Om. Refund. Gak usah, nggak jadi. Kasih gift tapi dia nggak mau.
Hampir mati.
Nggak bisa.
Hampir mati.
Boleh Om. Nggak boleh. Ya aku nggak boleh sih. Yang boleh dong.
Jangan di tower. Sumpah gue mah harus nekat cuy.
Nggak boleh sih.
It doesn't matter mau di tower mau apa. Hajar aja guys.
Ya, aku bilang Bang Winda nih. Bang Winda. Halo?
Helikopter.
Yo. Ya, aku habis top up dong. Tapi nggak jadi top up, boleh balikin nggak?
Mereka.
Oh nggak boleh. Nggak boleh. Oh yaudah. Oh nggak boleh. Nggak boleh. Nggak apa-apa, nggak kata Bang Winda nggak boleh. Oh ya udah nggak apa-apa. Oke. Oh ya makasih ya, nggak apa-apa ntar diamondnya buat gua ya.
Anjing nggak dapet dong.
Paling buat keset ntar diamondnya guys. Ya buat apa kayak diamondnya kan? Misalnya kayak gini kan nih, pencet aja sekali kan? Pencet aja sekali, nggak tahu buat apa kan?
Dan
kayak gitu misalnya diamondnya ntar gue pencet aja maksudnya kayak gitu kan? Sekali aja pencet nggak tahu buat apa? Keluarin aja 1000, ya kan?
Lindungi pemberi hutang.
Oh gitu. Oh ya udah, oke. Ya. Kayak gini pencet sekali ya, coba pencet sekali ya, coba gitu kan.
Keguna juga execute-nya ya adik-adik.
Udah. Makasih ya. Ya makasih. Makasih
Kepake
sama-sama.
juga akhirnya.
Oh gitu. Itu guys, katanya suruh pakai aja diamond ya udah pakai.
Clickbait. Belum bisa push rank nih. Aku belum bisa buat grupnya teman-teman. Ntar kalau udah buat grup baru.
Nah, guys, fokus mau nobar, kocak mau nobar.
And that's under question
We really
occasionally.
struggle quite a bit.
Mau nobar, coba mau nobar.
I'm not qualified for either, but here we go anyway.
What I have noticed though, on the topic of struggling, is that Bleed, they had a very, very shaky performance over on Splits. They were 13-3, but now we're going to have to see what PaperRex can do. As they move on to Haven. I believe this is Bleed's map pick, so for Bleed, this is their chance
Keren
to
gak, guys?
recover. And honestly, taking a draw with
Gila men,
PaperRex is
impostor
nothing.
gaming bos.
There's nothing but wrong with that.
Akhirnya
That's
mulai
really,
juga kita lihat
really
match kedua di map kedua Haven ya guys ya.
capitalize.
Di mana PaperRex menjadi defender dulu dengan dua duelis lagi, tapi tanpa satu sentinel, satu inisiator tanpa sofa dan dua duelis. Karena meta dua duelis apa enggak deh? Bleed masih meta satu duelis cok.
It would take a miracle.
Prediksi skor berapa ya? 13-8.
They're actually exactly tied on 1 draw, 2 losses each. But it's the round difference that separate them from that 4th place qualification. I've never
Guys, denger guys. Walaupun teman sendiri yang punya tempat top up-nya, walaupun Bang Win yang punya top up tempat, kita nggak bisa semena-mena guys balik-balikin diamond. Denger gak? Jadi maka dari itu guys, kalau mau top up di mana? Winda top up, gitu maksudnya ya. 8 buat PaperRex, 8 buat inilah anjir buat PaperRex. 8 buat ini maksudnya buat Bleed Esport kocak.
Will come through. Divide gonna pop out of this smoke. They might catch. Oh, Frosty's quick on that. Lovely stuff, but they aren't gonna be able to
Nice,
avoid the
dapat
bird.
satu.
So Divide takes them on down when they are blinded. The post-plant utility has begun to stack on up, but you didn't really have the money to make it work. The post-plant utility barrage is meant for rounds when you have a little bit more money, Kremer. Here comes the first shot. Benkai is going to try and find Jarpix as they duck on out, and they will.
Let's go!
Let's
go!
But PaperRex managed to kill the pistol.
Yeah, really strong start.
Tidak cuma konten bang, masa sih konten? Yang benar. Bang, nggak ada diskon itu Win top up. Itu udah murah guys. Cepetan mereka ngomong emang iya. Tim negara mana bang? Negara mana? Ini Singapura dan Singapura. Tapi PaperRex ini timku, tim yang aku sekarang aku sebagai content creatornya dan ada 2 orang Indo guys. Namanya Jason for Second sama Mindfreak PaperRex itu. Aaron Mindfreak. Yo, bang udah pernah ngobrol sama Davai Benkai belum pernah. Kalau Jason sama si Aaron udah pernah. Wow, headshot.
Goodbye to Mindfreak.
Wow, Frosty.
Frosties. I mean, Frosty's had a good game yesterday. I think it's fair to say. I think they had a good day.
Kita lihat guys ya. Bang lu babunya bang. Iya, gue tukang bersih-bersih ini guys.
It's a good time to start.
Jason pakai shotgun. What the hell, Jason? Jangan dimajuin Jason ya.
He only has 2 days left. Every single map, every single frag, every single round will count.
Aku nggak pernah dibaca chat aku. Halo Hardian Gaming 1 2 3.
Seed occurs in the end. Krasani has made their way now up onto a point. The wall is going to fall rather soon. The site is going to be given on over. Bleed is starting to get the frags here. Krasani, what can they achieve with this? With this Sheriff, they can achieve plenty. But shots are crispy, baby. But Sheriff's ready to lay down the law.
That's exactly
nice try. Bang Win top up ada jual char PB nggak apa sih?
For Frosty, what on earth was that?
Saving.
All they did was shoulder peek.
Saving. Enti.
You've crossed the line, good sir. You've crossed the line.
Gak ada notif anjir, nggak apa-apa, anak santai. Slow bro.
Sama lagi. Is just a man down.
Not good boy.
PaperRex investing with sheriffs, marshals, looking to do to Bleed what was just
Jason ngepick. Wah, sama-sama ngepick C guys.
Mindfreak looking to have another crack at this duel.
Mindfreak is not having the best time with that duel.
Sama-sama
Even
lo
with the barrage of fire.
Sama lo berduaan,
the old 1670 musket firing line from Forsaken and Mindfreak, and yep, it's looking pretty empirical here. Another headshot is caught. Damn, Frosty's just works magic with the Marshal. The rest of their team is just laying back for now, seeing what Frosty's can achieve, seeing if they could bait in anything more. Forsaken's going to take the
What?
bait,
Telat.
and Frosty's is going to stand and deliver, baby. Seaside is now in danger. And so Devi might have to be the one to move over here. Oh, they'll hear this approach.
Oke, C-nya masuk ya.
The
Mereka
Celestial
terlalu ini
Barrage
sih,
will give away
overpick sih.
plenty. Oh, that's a lovely shot to the back of the head.
Nice,
though. What
Devi.
can Devi do now? Out comes the flash. And a second one as well. They rotate on the same
Aduh,
angle,
nice try,
but First
Devi.
Love is watching it.
Aduh.
Jarpix finds the next, and now Jing has a shorty and a dream. You know what, Kremer? Usually
Apa
I
lu bau?
like
Ya,
to,
gua bau,
I like
guys. Nggak
to
tahu kenapa,
inform
guys.
you of some heroic story. But I don't think I have one for this. I think I've seen this before. Oh, they've grabbed the sheriff,
Ya,
but they're
lo.
slowed on down. Maybe a wallbang here. No.
Bang, give 12 diamond ML. Maksudnya apa
Are
tuh?
you feeling it, Jing? Are you feeling
Diamond bisa
lucky,
di-give,
punk?
guys.
I don't think he's feeling very lucky either. I know you mentioned how
Dari tim Indo ada nggak, Bang? Ada. Tapi ada Beast, ada Boom, tapi nggak tahu lolos apa nggak ya.
Yes, for Marshals.
I decided to do a brief moment of research.
But
The closest that I can find in terms of real world.
biar diamond kuning saya kepake, Bang. Astaga.
I guess the Marshall is.
Gak apa-apa, top up lah.
Like a hunting rifle,
ML
right?
Junior kayaknya juga main, Bang. Iya, Bang main. Ini game sekarang di game dunia, Cok. Game kelas dunia ini.
Bolt action. It's so.
Bom lolos kah? Bom lolos ya? Bom lolos. Kayak Beast nggak lolos deh. Bang, lu BA PaperRex. Bukan BA anjir gua.
Japanese Arisaka.
Oh, hello.
Kayaknya harus menang sih, kalau nggak mereka bahaya, Cok.
Kremer, the cultural hegemon.
I tell you what, Japanese Arisaka.
Main Prison Simulator nggak, Bang? Udah tamat, kocak. Tinggal episode terakhir aja paling. Upgrade semua.
Then you don't just give them your possessions because.
Frosty's going to try and rob away the sea site right now. They've popped out the Blade Storm, Kremer, and I hate to take this away from you. But I want to see Frags. I want to see him now. Benkai is stopped from that plant. There's going to be a second tap right here. The second that the wall drops, Frosty's is quick to take down Benkai. Roll up. Who's next? The Astra is indeed. There's only one knife left. Alexi's going to be there to cover after there is the frag coming through. Devi sends in the Seekers. They need to do something with these rifles. They can't afford to lose anymore. The spray's good to take down Lexi and First Love. Just fallen elsewhere. Here come a pair of duelists, the usual superstars. Forsaken's caught midway through their dash and Jing. Oh, that was close. Of only 26 HP remaining.
Gila, hampir mati, Cok, Jing, Cok.
Correct. Even though they've tied up the rounds now, they've lost initiative, Kremer. Look at how much of the money they have left. That was a rifle buy.
What's really interesting
mereka
is
miskin,
how
Cok.
many times this tournament have we
Mereka
seen
miskin, ya kan?
either
Ini kalah
a
pasti lawan ini.
Sage gets killed because of a
Tiap
high
grup ambil 3 perwakilan, Bang.
a
Waduh.
Killjoy get killed because of a beanie. Because it must
We need
be
to
a fair
buff
few.
beanies.
Siapa tukang PaperRex,
Make them
Cok?
bulletproof.
It genuinely must be a fair few times now because
Hampir kalah. Kalau kalah sih kesel banget itu gua.
I believe Benkai who saw Lexi
Jarpix sama Frosty panas banget.
because of the beanie there. So,
Bab satu menang siapa?
that's
PaperRex.
the greatest killer in Valorant. And when we ask that, not the guns, but the beanies.
Bisa yo.
Fashion, the greatest killer.
So
Just
the
another ulti.
knives up off the back of that ult orb as well. So Jing kind of warranted in this aggression now. We saw how effective it was.
Jangan dimajuin, Cok. Ada si Killjoy susah ya.
Forsaken's going to bring out the knives here. Of course, they only had the shorty, so there was no world where they didn't.
Son,
They're
jangan
gonna have to
majuin,
deal
Son.
with the turret here, though, which is going to complicate matters. Maybe Jin can take that out in advance. It's going to be a double peek with the Vandal, and that's going to mean that the turret goes down
Berani
easily.
banget mereka berdua, Cok, ya.
He's going to get a quick refresh.
Berani banget mereka
here.
mainnya.
The marauding duelists, they've done plenty. A recovered Vandal and First Love. They're feeling that Forsaken might need checking here. Oh my god, what an angle that would be. I haven't seen that one in a while, Kremer. But Forsaken down and yet another knife. Can they deliver to Krasania? The answer's no, but they're not so stressed about it now. Because they picked themselves up the Vandal from their fallen comrade. Looking in the wrong direction. Devi easily takes care of Frosties. And now they've got themselves quite a bruised Krasania to try and carve through. That's easy. They hold the spray, but it goes elsewhere. Oh, the Benkai. Able to find the end of that one. And PaperRex do take themselves the lead.
Pingnya nggak gede, guys. Ping yang gede tuh pingnya ini. Ping apa? Ping observernya. Ping mereka mah nggak gede,
Who's
Cok.
had that much time practicing Bulldog sprays, huh?
Well,
Not this guy.
Also, Bulldogs is just a gun. They're
Bisa
a
menang
very
sih, guys.
one
Let's go.
and done sort of
Mereka miskin
weapon.
nih.
A fairly slow
Iko nih,
fire
sini.
rate, so you don't usually get to the stage where you can do spray transfers like that. So
Bis poinnya udah minus 23, susah buat lolos ya. Bis udah nggak bakal bisa sih kemarin soalnya kan kalah.
That's being optimistic if anything.
Observernya nggak dari saya soalnya iya. Padahal timnya main dari saya, cuma
And their
nggak
economy is still not off its
dari
feet.
Eropa.
Oh, Benkai here. little bit frisky. Oh, if the wall comes up, they've got themselves a stealthy little cubby here if anyone dares to penetrate into garage. Instead,
baru sadar tombol skillnya help.
Gonna try and
Oh iya, Cok.
this. You need to try and get rid
Oh iya guys,
of
tombol
this
skillnya
sniper
guys.
before the pit becomes a problem. And Jing is going to be here trying to catch the aggression. That's for Spike on the floor, but I'm not sure if they know it.
Beneran anjir,
Have
help,
they been able
Cok.
to fight? Chrysalius drops
What?
upon Forsaken! Just
What?
jump in the pit!
The confidence on this man is unparalleled.
I mean, I think
What the hell?
Chrysania is... Well, Chrysania and First Love both, I think.
Beneran loh guys itu.
Had their
Skillnya
picks
highlight.
absolutely alphaed by Forsaken.
Itu kok servernya sih iseng.
I've got no other words. Just jump in the pit,
He's
dude.
just alphaed them completely. That is... That is...
Teori
Male
help guys ya.
grind set. You just look at the pit,
Absolutely
you're
is,
like,
man.
Nggak masuk akal sih jatuh. Der, hilang, Cok.
They move into their next investment.
Berani banget dia
Couple of
lompat ke
ults
bawah
gonna be
gitu, guys.
available. A bit of an ult advantage over PaperRex. Sure, Rex themselves, they're one away from the Cosmic Divide to counteract First Loves, but they still haven't quite got there yet.
Bisa next itu ya langsung ya?
So he
Aku
should
baru
be
tahu
able to
bisa
get
next
it
itu.
up this round if he's lucky with a kill, but for the most part, the inherent advantage is still there with Bleed.
Chrysania. Oh my goodness, they catch so many bullets as they try and pick up that orb.
Caranya tinggal tetes,
Worth
Cok.
it for all them bruises. 1 point towards.
Tinggal satu darahnya, kocak.
There is no heal. All right, Chrysania is going to do this with a Byro's worth of blood. Be careful if they penetrate into garage, they're going to die to Timmy. There's no two ways about it.
Timmy is a stone cold killer as well. He'll kill you with no reason or rhyme.
All right, Timmy's killed back in return. Chrysania's finished off right here, but a double peek into Jin is going to open up A, and so Devi has to be put into a more defensive position here. Oh, they might play within the smoke. They can hear Frosty's approach. They will get an advantage when they see that rifle come on through. Devi.
Nice, Davai, sumpah. Aduh, kalau dapat Davai itu mantap banget.
That away. Overlapping right now are the lockdowns. Which one's ours? Which one's theirs? It's confusion everywhere. Forsaken needs to move on quickly.
Yeah.
And First Love is waiting in those open areas. Benkai is going to be caught themselves. And that means that Mind Freak here will be unable to peel for them, but Benkai have plenty of time to escape this.
Okay, let's go.
You know what? I'll just peel for myself by putting down that lockdown. Benkai from the top drops on down. They've got the drop on
Aduh!
Jarvix, but they fumble the freebie.
Gak dapat satu, Cok, dapat dua
And
ini.
now Mind Freak, this is going to be a lot less
Good,
easy.
bro.
This could
Jing nggak overpick
be
dia guys. Dia nggak hold angle, teman mati tadi.
bringing us back within 1 round difference. What can Mind Freak do here with no stars? They find one unawares, but now Lexi knows exactly where they're going to be coming from. Jarpix is counter-rotated now around the box. So many angles that need to be cleared here by Mind Freak. A double swing might be good,
Oh, nice try.
but Lexi's all that's needed. 3 kills for Lexi, and Bleed are not
Kalau
dead
misalnya
on
bisa
it.
menang, GG sih.
I really like from PaperRex.
Jadi kalau misalnya dia jaga sebelah kiri sih bisa kemungkinan besar bisa clutch ya.
The
low soalnya yang satu.
Who just sat in that Astra smoke when the Cosmic Divide came up behind them, rather than
Misalnya 43 guys, map attacker guys, map attacker ya. 43 map attacker bos. Let's go, let's go.
Down onto Lexi. They don't quite convert it, but nonetheless.
Halo Satria,
that
halo
Cosmic
juga.
Divide, it's faded by the time the lockdown has gone.
Halo.
With the double lockdown being used, what it means for Benkai is he's wasted 2 ults at the expense of only 1. Really nice management now.
Up on C!
Oh.
Oh, it goes through Chrysania's head and into Frosty's gut. Man, you've got your brain in my stomach. This is not what we agreed.
Oh, that is... Well, that's the way to start, right? He pretty much won the round in the first couple of seconds here, unless PaperRex really dropped the ball.
Look at that stack of corpses in front of First Love.
Gila si Jing panas banget, Cok.
Down as well. Do you
Dia
need to
nge-pick
save
dari
right
smoke
now?
keluar loh, Cok.
1K and 2.2, but
Aduh.
look at Frosty's down on 250. They might need a little bit of economic assistance. Might need a little bit of a Eurozone bailout. Oh, Lexi's down. So too is First Love.
Jing serem banget dah. Gila si Jing, Cok. Flicknya guys.
It's like they trade off one another, don't they? Every time Forsaken
What the hell is that flick, man?
You think, oh, Forsaken. All right, they finally kill him. Get him out of the way. But then Jing just shows up. It's like, when one isn't enough, they use both. And if they don't even need both, then one of them will find a way to dismantle your team. Bleed, that was a full buy, and PaperRex were hardly scathed in that round.
Itu anjir.
Really strong stuff from them. Credit where credit is due to
Itu,
Bleed,
Cok, anjir,
though,
flicknya.
in the fact that these last couple of rounds, they have been getting
Headshot lagi.
even in the rounds where they really shouldn't. So they've been able to get at least a fair bit of economy on them.
Gimana caranya ya? Gue pengen bisa kayak gitu deh, guys.
There's only 2.9, there's only
Berapa bang? Sekarang 53 PaperRex.
The others can invest, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few Spectres in amongst the non-sheriff buy, just so they can try and stack themselves up.
Jing global 1 bukannya global 1 for second, kocak.
Really good idea to call a timeout here though. I do like it.
Tiba cadangan yoi.
Break the momentum, maybe plan for the round after this one, Kremer. Round number 9.
Pakai cheat pekalauan tuh bang. Pasti lu belum mandi, udah anjir gue udah gak mandi 2 harian, jadi gue mandi aja di pagi.
But the next one around.
Udah gak tempat mah habis kilas skin jauh ya tadi. Itu easy atau hard. Ini musuhnya sebenarnya ini susah musuhnya sumpah. Si PaperRex tuh sering kalah di turnamen lokal Singapura sama mereka guys. Beberapa kali kalah. Cuman kayaknya mereka emang lagi kenceng, lagi kuat banget PaperRex guys.
They are definitely holding their own on Haven.
Tim ini kuat sebenarnya coy. Tim UU ini kuat guys. Pernah ngalahin ini kok. Oh, Sport sekarang 2 atau 3 anjay. Siap dong.
In this case, he'll hear all of this.
Krasania gets that ult orb now, but will presence be maintained on B? Jing has caught people on the entry before, especially that Jet who goes in to try and get the plant. Benkai versus 3.
Aduh, Benkai
hits the body shot. They combine there with the Jet, and now Mindfreak has to try and avoid being overwhelmed. Up comes so much Asher utility. All of it coalesces into weird places. They find themselves the blinded Viper. Spit venom in your own eye. Jin gets 3. A massacre on C sites.
For a moment,
apa nih orang sih anjir? Keserupan apa Jing anjir? Gelo sih mainnya anjir.
It looked like that could have been their round, but then PaperRex, they just coalesce into this one sort of immovable force, and they just turn through them. A really strong round from PaperRex there, and great.
Ini kesurupan gue tadi malam ya?
Keeping their cool,
oh,
making sure that they don't get shaken by the fact that you're a man down against pistols. In terms of ult management, a lot is going to come online for Bleed here. They're ready for a big power spike, and that op finally gets revealed as well on Frosty.
Oh, pakai OP dia.
Bleed, they want to try and claim the initiative in this.
Bleed sama dengan iya betul. Bleed sama sama. Cuman beda ganti nama aja.
6-6. That'd be a great half for them, Kremer. Especially considering that you kind of lost one for free against that collat from the old op.
Oh, dipancing sama si Jason, cok.
Oh, they're going to be up against a jump peak here. I love how they're going to move into position behind this smoke. Okay, they hand over the op. No, they don't, in fact. I missaw. Forsaken has missed their shot, or at least hit Bleed. Jarpix in the
dapat. Follow tuh.
But with this op in mind,
Tex rasa defend, iya.
They're moving away from C. They know that Forsaken's here now. And they seem to believe that this would be the dub. Oh, that's a beautiful recon bolt. Can Lexi do it through the wall? Forsaken's going to get away for now. Maybe lucky to have done so. That was a great high fly as well from a drone to stay out of the hard scope. Forsaken doubling down.
Gila ini picknya enak banget, saya Jason yang enak banget picknya, Cok.
Could change everything. They have their dash, they have both their updrafts. I anticipate something speedy to try and get past, but that's going to be checked by Divide. They've taken down Forsaken, but still this site is not being given over for free.
Lihat Jing.
Space short, there's no freedom here. It's all Jing and Divide cleaning up the site, and that is going to sting for Bleed.
What a round from PaperRex there, and they're finding some serious consistency in this Jing, having an immortal game right now. But yeah,
ngeri anjir.
But he's on the wrong side of the astral divide, so he has to go through it.
I'm in enemy territory.
Yeah, he's like behind enemy lines, having to live off like nuts and berries. The malnutrition hasn't hit him yet. He just goes straight through, and he just kills everyone.
13-3 lagi, gue 13-8 tadi sih.
Lives off the land. The guerrilla warfare. We'll have to hold for now. Forsaken up high. Oh my god, you did not transfer a spray from a drone into Krasania. Frosty's not going to allow you to get away with that. Moving on forward now with the Marshal in hand, just unable to ascertain the target fast enough, and Devi has themselves plenty of sight to work with. Out goes Bruce. Jing's going to follow in behind, but Benkai's lost control of Garage. It comes down to a 2 versus 2, but Bleed is still at a disadvantage. And so Mindfreak is going to wait so patiently here. Come into my domain. Lexi's managed to upgrade. Do they know where Devi is? Jarpix is pre-aiming it. However, that's good.
Nice!
Divine aim.
Another round in favor of PaperRex.
Let's go!
Very, very close. They're coming down to 1v1s, but it's just PaperRex's ability to consistently win them. This is still 8-3, Harry.
Baru PaperRex spesial.
We can see a
Serem sekali ya.
of split. Something we thought would be
Terlalu galak PaperRex, Cok.
Yeah.
Galak
So
sekali
the
ya.
highlight as well is the current coach for Bleed is actually the coach
Five
for
man play
Louvre,
banget ya jatuh anjir,
who's
galak
gone
banget
over
anjir
to Bleed
PaperRex.
to help out their kind of fellow
Ini sih juara turnamen ini, gua rasa bisa juara.
I like how they're trying to support
Kemungkinan
their own
besar
team.
kayak 70% juara sih. Kalau nggak blunder aja.
Quite a lot, because that is a trait of Louvre that we saw, which is their ability to use timeouts.
That's Singapore's coach right there. Benkai, unintimidated at the moment from moving away with Timmy. Good position at least for the lockdown. Can't be hit with wall penetration.
Bisa masuk ke, oh biar bisa masuk ke
Oh,
garage.
come back up. Timmy has to be put down.
Wih, tembus
In
kan tuh?
comes the Hunter's Fury, finally popped here
Nice,
by
Jing.
Jarvik. Feels like it's been the
Oh!
first one in the round. But already they've lost out on so many of their friends. Mind Freak on the site. So low. And they run into bullets, but Benkai exchanges them. Don't worry, my friend. I'll avenge you and Timmy both.
What's
Too strong, man.
What a game so far from PaperRex.
Gang tiga mulu, anjir.
Fury comes out. The Hunter very quickly becomes the hunted, and the Bleed. This is quite dire. They desperately need this pistol round. If they
Gak manusiawi aja. Dulu nggak sekuat ini anjir lawan mereka tuh, mereka agak hard game ya lawan si ini ya. Ya, Bleed
What
Esport.
statement that would be from PaperRex.
Lawan Boom kapan? Gak tahu deh. Itu beda grup Jat lawan Boom Jat.
As well.
Terus sih lawan Boom sama-sama kuat.
Whereabouts PaperRex are. Sure, they had a dominant performance against Bam. They had a forfeit against the Beast.
Aku bertahan.
Less consistent performances against.
Tapi nggak masuk, sedihnya PaperRex nggak masuk VCT guys, sedih banget gak sih?
Maybe right at the bottom.
Gak masuk VCT guys, sedih banget
They have
cok.
had the hardest
Orang mantan Ubu kan itu Bleed, iya ya benar.
PaperRex, however, on this fine day 4 of Group B, they have heard the call to dominance and they have answered it thusly. Forsaken moving on forward. Timmy's been slain. And avoidance of the Nova Pulse here is just going to be a lazy meander backwards into the safety of the window.
Santai lagi 93 cok.
As they all back off, Lexi, shoulder pick, I think.
Secret VCT lah. Champion Desember tuh guys, Desember. Di Berlin Desember. Kalau dapet sih, kalau dia miss mati deh. Kan gue bilang kalau dia miss mati cok.
They've dashed in the wrong direction, Gremmer. Oh, it's aim or die now. And it might well be die.
Yeah.
They've been taken out here. What beautiful teamwork from First Love.
Udah low sih.
Get him out of there. Frosties.
Susah, ini udah low banget
mereka. 13 HP. I'm bleeding profusely. Woman, take someone with you.
For PaperRex, I mean, I think if they knew how low they'd actually hit Frosties, they'll still be going A. Nonetheless, though, it'll be a quick little plant and a 5-on-5 retake to come here. Shame they go aggressive off it.
Waduh, Jing berani banget cok.
Able to catch Trasania here. And everyone's just going to exit the site, looking to try and play the post plants instead. Mind Freak wants to take down this one, but it's all whiffs all the time. Forsaken wanted to swing off the back of that. Lexi begins to try and defuse. They can't get the half before they're taken down. It's just bullets going on in. Come forth and catch from my friends. Their nutritious part of a balanced breakfast, I promise to you.
Forsaken's out of ammo.
Forsaken's out of ammo. It's the knife instead. The spam too strong, but Benkai's still alive. 5 HP. Do they know how low that they've got this killjoy?
What?
And through the wall. Oh, the penetration might have been enough, but this surely is no time.
Wow!
0.4 seconds.
Bukan, itu mati. Itu bukan mau dipisau, cok. Pelurunya habis kayak gua. Pelurunya habis tadi. Pelurunya habis nih, cok. Pelurunya habis tadi, cok. Bukan Batman. Mau ngapain lagi? Pelurunya habis. Mau miso, anjir. Kayak gua kemarin, anjir. Kayak gua kemarin di split, anjir. Kejar-kejaran, anjir. Pelurunya habis. Bukan nge-troll, guys. Bukan nge-troll itu. Pelurunya habis ya. Ya 10-3, ini kayak bisa 13-3 sih kayaknya ya. Kayaknya ya.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Make sure you follow the channel. You don't want to miss it. First match of the day. Bruce, doesn't check inside the smoke, so Jarpix for now safe with this sheriff.
Nice, Jing. Kill.
Arrow.
Tuh, ngenak kayak lawan Reyna gitu, cok. Lu kalau buy one, walaupun lu udah nge-hit banyak, ya nggak sih? Lu udah nge-hit banyak juga tetap aja. Nge-heal lagi.
Forsaken Crysania has big ideas about going up
Ngehil
against
mulu anjir
Jing,
kalau
but
pakai
Jing's
Reyna
like,
tuh.
no chance,
Keselin,
mate.
Cok.
You're up against the old Reyna. And when you can easily tear through people without armor, getting those devours, getting those
Ngehil mulu,
dismisses.
Cok. Itu kayak Reyna tuh harus dipick berdua minimal, Cok. Harus mati dia. Tapi kalau misalnya kuat banget pakai Reyna itu, ih. Ngehil lagi, sampai capek, Cok, lawan dia, Cok. Makanya yang Reyna tuh butuh orang yang bisa jaga posisi, guys. Cari-cari momen 1 lawan 1, bunuh, heal lagi. Bunuh, heal lagi.
It's always been Jing. In this case, says he sits 21-8, ready to go assault the safe site. I mean, look at both Frost.
Lu nggak main kah, Bang? Kagak, kocak gue sih, gue bukan pro player.
They seem almost shaken. They're sort of hiding on their sites. They're no longer going for these aggressive peaks. And for the most part, it really shows the respect that they're showing to Forsaken and PaperRex.
Wait, Kremer, it's
Gun,
all Jing?
Always has been.
Always has been. Oh, Forsaken with a dash in hand, a judge in the other. What can they find here? Oh, a disengagement.
Whoa!
That, baby! The judge! Oh, it's going to pass judgment upon you. And guilty.
Doesn't even look at the defendant legislation. Doesn't even follow civil prosecution rights.
Atas.
Guilty.
We didn't even do discovery.
Yeah. I've discovered he's guilty. That's enough.
I've discovered a pair of corpses. Forsaken's going to be very revealed up top here when the smoke fades, but Lexi can't be fast enough on it to claim that still. A secondary one might be good enough. A good flash there from Divide, but Crysania is still on point, and Crysania is still ready to frag. That's another,
Wow!
another. Roll up to
Anjing nge-troll, Cok.
Crysania. Such a pretty name.
Ya, nge-troll, Cok.
Beautiful death.
Nggak nge-troll sih,
Such a
nggak
wonderful
nge-troll.
defuse.
Something simple.
Nice. Nggak apa-apa, guys. Kasih satu lah ya. Bang, Remu di Valorin apa, Bang? Lagi ini bonus round juga sih. Mereka miskin tapi, Cok, bonus round. Masih bonus round ini, Cok. Bukan 11, Bang. Nggak, ini bonus round, Cok. Kita baru beli nih, guys.
Right now we're left with a shaken PaperRex economy. The spike plant has certainly helped it, and
Kena timing dia, guys. Gila, Jing 219, Cok. What the hell? PaperRex yang kiri apa yang kanan, Bang? Yang kiri, yang merah. Taker soalnya. Lu bukan pro player, bukan lah. Oh, di ulti A, Cok.
Yep, I was watching it as well. Thanks for that motion sickness, mate. Real nice of you.
He actually hit the DPI button on his mouse. That was
Itu enak banget nge-pick A ini, Cok. Ini nggak bisa, Cok, kalau sendiri juga.
Look how Crysania's got their wall on C and B.
Gila, A-nya banyak banget, Cok. Itu BC-nya jangan masuk C, anjir, susah itu.
Even while they're staying within the pit, they can exact an influence upon these fights.
It is. My dream.
Oh, Frosties.
This is the one we have to talk
Chicks
about.
your ego again. Check it at the door, I'll hit you in the head. He's so good with this Marshall.
He's so good, isn't he? Man advantage.
And now Mind Freaks are hostage. They're going to need to use the star to get themselves out of here. The smoke is actually going to allow Jing to try and make themselves an inroad here. Benkai's fallen down. Jing is waiting for the smoke to drop there. They just move straight on out. Pika's advantage works in this case.
1 lawan 1 percuma lawan Jing, anjir.
Another headshot. A Marshall might as well be an up when it's in the hands of Frosties. Can you do it close range is the question going up against. Oh, that's not the dash they wanted. The double up draft. They're putting on an air show in this case. Devi, plenty of health to work with. There go the Seekers. The Cabbages will lead you to a promised land in the one tap. Oh my goodness, Kremer. That,
Aduh!
I mean, they lucid all against Crysania, but that one tap, oh, that's going to haunt my dreams. I'm going to get flashbacks to that.
My God.
Nasty.
Crysania. Another one
Nasty,
v one has
nasty.
been converted. This man is looking
Sapping dulu,
pretty damn
sapping.
strong.
Sapping. Tukan 11 lagi, anjir.
PaperRex is, I mean, has the pain been felt? At least economically it has. Sheriff's come out. Benkai, he wants to go for a stinger? I mean, so he shoots a bit quicker, might have that impact.
Masa iya dikejar?
Bleed, they've done it. They've actually crippled the economy.
Nggak mungkin lah, nggak mungkin, Cok, dikejar, Cok.
Well, off the back of that, it's the jet knives that have to spearhead the attack.
Would you laugh in my face if I told you that it's doable?
Probably.
Pick.
We'll see who's laughing when this round is
Kalau dibikin
done,
13-8, Bang, sesuai prediksi lu.
Has blades in hand, and we
bisa
know
jadi
exactly
sih.
what they can achieve. Bruce is instantly put down here by Crysania.
Ada comeback nih bisa aja, tapi kayak kemungkinan kecil sih.
Full fuel at the moment for the Viper, and that might complicate matters for PaperRex.
Right.
They took their time to get rid of that drone. Now they've all been discovered. I'm surprised Jing didn't pre-peek that, but maybe they thought that it would be followed up with someone like, I don't know.
Oke, let's go.
Frosties,
Gak ada nggak bisa bang, ya nggak ada nggak bisa, cuman kemungkinannya kecil di comeback cok, jauh 6 poin cok, sedangkan ini mapnya Taker Sided udah. Sih menang sih.
There was a bit of a fumble, means that everyone has seen. They've just got to leave. Forsaken. Going to go for carriage control here. Unfortunately, the only person they need to worry about is the machinations of Lexi.
Or one of those machinates. The old alarm bot is
20
in this
detik
door.
doang cok.
And there's the commitments to the fake from Benkai. That's forced out Hunter's Fury. And now it's time to move.
Tahu cok ada gituan
All
cok.
by themselves. We've seen great things when they try and solo hold a site on split. They found themselves Forsaken, but they don't have the vision. It was within the smoke that Forsaken found their man, and they'll find even more. Forsaken needs to try and avenge Jing right now. Jing not being alive complicates matters. They hand off the rifle to someone who could use it more. But they've ran out of knives. Can I have that back, please, mate? I need it. It's instantly lost to Crasania. Devi gonna try, but they're surrounded on all sides. This could be a beautiful retake, but they don't know where Benkai is. With a stinger in hand. There we go. Top over to the Sheriff. A little bit better at this range, but Crasania. Oh my goodness, they are climbing the ranks and they are
Dia pakai ini ya? Pakai apa? Pakai Oh, pakai stinger ya? Oh, stinger.
They have a 1v2, a 1v1, and now they convert with a 3k against
Nice save Ron ya.
As well.
While IGLing, while on the Viper,
Gua kira pakai ini, gua kira pakai Vandal.
To help kill.
Stinger. Nah, comeback bang, kagak tenang santai guys. Nggak panik cok. Ini baru buying round, tenang aja guys. Tadi itu nggak ada yang punya senjata cok.
They seem to have stagnated a bit. Sure, Jing's doing well, but he's been doing well all game. There's been no follow-up.
Gua kira pakai Vandal, kelihatannya kayak Vandal senjatanya.
Kind of expected to do quite well in the frag count, as now currently sitting on only 6 kills.
Ini nggak boleh jumawa, betul.
Yeah, they're 3 up. Nothing can stop them, apart from lead in this case.
Dari mana tuh mati tuh?
Goodness. That peek out a window, the double peek from Jing and Forsaken work so well together. Lexi knows that they're going up top, trying to catch people who are going to be afflicted with the vulnerable elsewhere. Forsaken grabs 3. And that's B-side taken with extreme prejudice. But Crasania, always the thorn in their side, the thorn in their back, the Viper in the pit sometimes. Will they catch Benkai as they disengage from this part? It's around the back for once. They need to go up against Forsaken, but Forsaken is on key for the ace. Can they achieve it here? They've seen the shoulder of First Love. They'll drop away for now. Even with the hunger for the ace, they can't risk losing this rifle.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they'll do. First Love, still alive, still full health, still a phantom. They move in the wrong direction, and Benkai puts one to the back of the air.
Bisa
That's going to be match point now for PaperRex as they teabag Forsaken.
They're just making that point now.
You lost your rifle.
Lu ambil S tuh, cok.
What are you going to do? Reinvest? Oh, you can afford it? Oh, never mind then. This case.
Hampir S tuh, Jason, cok. Gigi banget sumpah. Terlalu konten Bang Brandnya berbagi dengan indah. Thank you, Benkyo. Di Taunting Gaming, guys. Yoi, di Taunting Gaming.
Frosty doesn't mind, I think, just so they can get the knives out instantly. I would love to see an ult dump here from Bleed, purely because they have a significant ult advantage. Forsaken, the only one who's going to come
Bleed tim mana bang? Tim Singapura.
And knives, unfortunately, don't do very good.
Jadi kayak 13-6, cok. 13-6 kayaknya sih.
Welcome back to Judge Gaming. Last time we were here, it was Forsaken. This time it's Crasania, and they are being ostentatious, loud, raucous, cantankerous with their presence.
Nggak bisa, cok. Nggak ada inisiator.
I suppose they can afford for it to be. They're trying to fake the ult orb. Hoping it'll bait someone into fighting them. No, just nothing happens.
Nggak boros banget sih Jason, udah ngabisin 2 peluru anjir.
Forsaken won't get the knives.
2 kali reload.
Instead, they're gonna try and wait out the smoke.
Lagi sering bacot tuh Bleed di Discord-nya.
That's gonna last forever, bro. The Viper's pit, so long as Crasani is in there. Look at Forsaken wanting to push in behind. Oh my goodness, if they could open up A, this would be huge. They're looking in the wrong direction, and the Judge gets its man. Judge Gaming's back again, and this time Forsaken is getting a taste of their own medicine.
Kena timing, guys, kena timing.
Jarpix sends out plenty of damage, and is going to be able to destroy that nanoswarm, but now they know that it's a play to see what can be done with the knives. Frosties has ran out of them now and only has a classic to work with and a vulnerable afflicted. Still, movement from the attackers is going to be demanded because the lockdown is in progress. A drop here from Frosties. It's straight to the knees of Jing. He left with only a little stump. And now Frosties is going to try and make something happen. But First Love is going to be the first one to make contact. Easy clap.
Gila, dimasukin, Cok.
Lexi ends
Nice try,
up with
nice
2
try.
of the kills right there.
Nice try guys ya. 13-8 dibilang nggak
Refuse to
percaya.
lie down and die.
Copyright bang hak cipta emang iya. Biasa aja, biarin nggak apa kalau copyright juga.
Spit over on A. They use the lockdown on C. Over on B, they've got every single star from the Astra.
13-8 dibilangin nggak
And they
percaya.
just leave PaperRex with no choice.
13-8 guys, percaya sama gua.
And hope it gets them onto a site.
13-8 donate ya.
Everyone's there, everyone's ready. It's open season.
Canda guys,
for the
bercanda.
league, and they convert it to their 7th. Facing the investment of PaperRex, they do have a fairly weak one. There's the odd Spectre, a few pistols. This round, the objective for them is entirely going to be just a matter of getting their ults ready.
Kayak di dot my way. Oh, Jason pakai ulti nih.
They can still feel a little bit lucky. What can I do with these knives?
Ada dia-nya kosong, Cok.
Can I cause a ruckus? Can I make them panic? Can I damage that economy? So many questions that Forsaken has for themselves. That's an easy avoidance of the friendly flash right there. Well-executed entry here onto A.
Kosong.
For now, hanging back will be many members of Bleed.
Kosong.
Allowing you to use
menang nih kayak. Menang ini
utility
guys.
that you've had to invest in for this round. We
5-man retake, Cok.
is damage to your economy. We'll send in a drone ourselves. The Cosmic Divine's here. Evidently, PaperRex are feeling a little bit confident about this. And that's plenty done by Forsaken. 2 headshots already. This could be the end of our game. PaperRex could claim it right here. As Forsaken. Oh my goodness, Survivor. Second when Frosty moves. It's easy clap. What can First Love and Jarvix do? They need to save this. It's hero or nothing. And right now, Jarpix is all by themselves. Already, GG has been called by Frosties.
Nice try.
They don't believe in Jarpix, and they don't believe in miracles.
Yes!
But I believe in
13-7,
PaperRex. 13-7.
Thrifty menang teman-teman. Terima kasih teman-teman yang sudah nonton. Kita Mobile Legendan dulu yuk jam 6 yuk guys ya. Thank you GG guys, ketik GG. Guys, ketik GG. Thank you teman-teman semua yang nemenin gue ya. GG Forsaken, GG Jing. Makasih banyak teman-teman semua. Kita Mobile Legendan dulu, ntar lanjut lagi di run simulator mungkin kalau jadi. Teman terakhir mungkin Far Cry 3 malam ya buat jam malam. Thank you guys. Until I'll see you on the next live streaming. Riodjaja. 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 Riodjaja.
Showing here from PaperRex, but Crema, we are far from done. We still have Beast versus Southfield. This is not just a match about Valorant. This is not just a match about standings in the group. This is a match about survival. Whoever